Wishing you all a very happy new year. This is the first video of this year 2022. I was away because I was not too well. I had some congestion in my throat, but I am a lot more better. So today in this video we are going to learn how to create Cinemagraph. Subscribe to the channel because every week we have a new video and something new to learn. In this scene you can see only the coffee which is pouring into cup, only the movement is applied to that area. And the other part of the entire scene is completely still. But that creates a moment of wow. Imagine creating something like this for your social media post is going to create so much of drama. To create this effect, I am going to use Final Cut Pro, which is FCP. You can also do this using Adobe Premiere Pro. I could have also used Filmora, but there is a challenge and there is a problem in Filmora which is not allowing me to create this kind of effect. Now there is a very simple rule when you're creating Cinemagraph, and it is very important. If you don't follow that, you will not be able to create a Cinemagraph. And about that rule and a pro tip, I'll be telling you about it in the video ahead. Now let us begin the process of understanding how to create a Cinemagraph. It is very simple. I'm going to use a footage where a coffee is being poured into the cup from the coffee jar, and we're going to use only the movement of the coffee flowing into the cup and create a Cinemagraph. So here we got the footage. Now keep in mind, we got to look for a particular portion in the footage where most of the scene is stable, almost stable, and only the coffee is being poured into the cup. So here we got the footage, it's been played. The lady lifted up the coffee jar and she's pouring the coffee in a mug. We got to look at the portion where the coffee jar is as stable as possible in the air and figure out those 4 to 5 seconds of movement in the clip. So we got around 3 to 4 seconds that we could identify, and the jar is about to come down. So let us find where the jar went, and it stood still as much as possible. Okay, so here is the area. Let us zoom onto the timeline and play it back. Okay, so it's stable from here. I'm going to create a cut because I don't want the previous part. I'm going to delete it off. Here we go, it's being poured, and before she takes it up, because we don't want that movement of the jar going up, it's going up from here. Let's put a cut and check how much of it have we got. We can just pull it a little bit, maybe 3 seconds should be good enough. Let us play back and check. So here the coffee is being poured, and here it is going up. So we do not want that part where the coffee jar is going up. So let's go in the end point and check if we can get some more of footage there. Here we go. Yes, so we have approximately of 3 seconds, close to 4 seconds of our stable shot. Now that we have identified the area which is going to be used as a Cinemagraph portion, we are going to use a still image from this footage and put it as a base layer, because we need only the coffee pouring movement and not the entire scene to be moving in the Cinemagraph. Let me check which frame I can use. Probably I'll use the last frame, but select in the clip, edit, and I will create a add freeze frame. Add freeze frame is nothing but creating a still image out of a video. Wherever you place the cursor on the video and ask it to create a freeze frame, it will create a still frame for you. We are going to put it down in the base layer. Now this is a still layer. If I play it back, nothing is going to move because it is still. Now simply we are going to do one magical thing here. We are going to add a mask tool. Now this is the problem where I was facing. In Filmora, it did not allow me to draw a mask. It was only giving me option of graduated mask, of image mask and shape mask, which is of no use. We need to draw a mask when we are creating a Cinemagraph because we are customizing it as per our requirement. Let me drag and drop the draw mask effect, and the moment I click on the clip, on the top clip is where you are going to drop the draw mask, not the below one. Please keep that in mind. It is asking me to add control points. I'll simply go to the magnification and I will use 150% because that will give me more precision to draw a mask. Now let's do one thing, start drawing a mask from here, not to go too near to the jar. We are using this area because we need to also show the smoke being moving in the scene, and we'll draw a mask right on the green portion, which is the mountain in the background. That's what I feel, not too close to the jar. We have created a mask, we are almost there, and here we go. So what happens when you play this mask area? Let me show you. Cool. But still, this is looking very nice. In fact, if you see, nothing is moving, the hand are not moving, only the copy being poured. I know the smoke is also in action. However, there's a problem over here which we're going to fix now. Going back to 150% of magnification. If you see this particular area, let me zoom in further. See, you can see the transition between both the clip, the top and the upper clip is not very great because it is having edging. So we select the top clip. There is a very simple fix to that. We go to feather. Feather is like it creates a smooth transition between the clip below and above by giving it a nice, seamless kind of a flow into each other, both clips. So let's use the feather option, but not too much. So you can see this. You can see in this area that the blending is happening very nicely, but we are just moving the control point a little bit out because we do not want it to go and touch the jar. Otherwise, the jar will also move abruptly. So here it is. Now we'll go back to fit and we'll play back this scene and see how this looks. Voila! It is bang on, isn't it? Doesn't it look good? Now the idea is to create a loop effect. Loop effect, that means that the coffee has been poured and poured and poured continuously into the cup. Now how are we going to do that? Very simple. Simply click on this particular clip on top, Ctrl C and paste it in front. Cool. Just drag this layer all the way here and let's have a playback. There is a slight jerk as you see. Obviously, because the clip is playing in a loop, so there is going to be a slight jerk. Now, how do we take care of that? Is very simple. Let's go to the transition and we are going to look for cross dissolve. That's it. Let's place it and just minimize the effect of the dissolve. We do not want too much of dissolve, and we'll play back this clip and see how it looks now. So it's seamless. The entire transition is happening so smoothly. There is no jerk. You can only see the coffee being poured into the cup and the smoke also coming out, and rest of the portion is still. Let me show you the final version, how it looks after being rendered. Cool. Doesn't this look so fantastic? Now to add more value and more drama, what we are going to do is we are going to add a small sound effect of the coffee being poured. You can find this online anywhere. There is no problem. It's very easy to find sound effects. I just bought this, just looked for this particular sound effect on Google and I got it from one site for free. Let us play that. Now the whole experience here has changed because the coffee is being poured in the cup and you can also hear the sound of the coffee being poured. Now imagine if you put this up as a post on your Instagram, people are going to go mad. Now I will show you the complete footage after we have added transition and the sound effect, and let us see how does it look. Fantastic, isn't it? I am going to give you the footage of the coffee and the campfire in a Google Drive, and a link is going to be in the description below. You can download the footages and you can practice using Premiere Pro or FCP. Now let me show you quickly on a different clip, which is a campfire clip, and create a cinemagraph out of that for you to understand that how cinemagraph can be created using different clips and different variation. The process is going to be the same. I'm just going to expedite it on the editing platform so that we do not end up taking too much of time. So here, let me drag and drop my campfire footage. Here it is. Again, we are going to identify where we are going to get our magic moment, which is the part we are going to use to play back in a loop to create the cinemagraph. Same thing, quickly I'm going to draw a mask. I'm extending the mask right till here because I want a realistic feel of the fire being reflected on the car bumper as well. Here we go. This is looking so good. You can see this is very abrupt. There's a line. Again, simply quickly we'll go to the feather and use the feather option and create a seamless blend. Now the spire is something that really moves very randomly. So there the effect of jerk of between both the clips will not be that visible, but still to make it seamless we'll add a small cross dissolve, and here we go. I think this look good. You're playing it back and there's a dissolve. Now to make this clip also sound and look something like wow and really good, I'm going to add a fire burning effect. Again, I bought this clip, I downloaded it online, it's very easy. Now let me render this clip and show it to you as a master file. Now there are certain rules that you need to follow when you're creating a cinemagraph. Now for instance, look at this clip. There's a lady, she's also by the campfire or the bonfire, but the problem here is that the campfire is right in front and she's behind the campfire. So when I'm trying to mask the fire, it is not going to come out very well. And another major problem in this clip is that if you notice, the clip is moving here and there. It is not being shot using a tripod. The clips before, which we used for a coffee and the other campfire, those were shot using a tripod. The scene was stable 100%, there was no movement, and that made the job very easy. The slightest of movement that is happening in this kind of clip will not allow you to get the perfect masking, because when the scene is moving from here to there even slightly, the masking is going to be in a stable position. You'll have to keyframe each point, and that is not worth the effort to create a cinemagraph. So if you use these techniques, you will definitely end up creating fantastic cinemagraph. And if you create a good cinemagraph, please tag me on Instagram or wherever you are posting it on social media.